Oh, bitch. Let's get right into it. So before we go in on Mrs. Columbus Kardashian, let's just talk about the word culture vulture and what it means to us today. Now, I pulled up the Webster dictionary. They was on some BS. I had to go to the Urban Dictionary. And when I pulled it up in the Urban Dictionary, it says culture vulture, a person or an organization making profit using unhonorable practices from a culture they do not care for. Does that sound familiar to anybody? I'll wait. Now, with this being said, and with the information that I have become privy to, I have to ask myself, are these cheating allegations, this whole love triangle that's taking place between Khloe Kardashian, Jordan, and Tristan Thompson, is this like some sort of guise to disguise something more sinister that's going down, right? And I'm talking about with Columbus Kardashian and the fashion brands. And also, I want to know, is Jason Lee in on this? Or is he, you know, someone who's getting played by them as well? Oh, I have a ton of questions and we're going to get into it. So stay tuned.
I'm spitting quizzing, where my dogs at? Supernova, K1 and all that. DJ fam, can't forget bass stacks. We the best in the city. So face fact, the way I kill a beatbox makes white women say please stop. Cause I ain't with the sweet talk, I spit crack that he rocks.
Hey, it's your girl SavannahTaurus, and welcome back to the Girl Cave.
All right, so on Wednesday, February 20th, 2019, TMZ reported that Kim Kardashian West has filed a lawsuit against Fashion Nova, a retailer, for using her name and image without permission to advertise their own knockoff designs. According to TMZ, Kim Kardashian West's lawsuit includes a side-by-side of her own Instagram post next to one from Missguided as evidence. Kardashian also alleges that Missguided often tags her in the label's Instagram photos, sometimes even using photos of her on their feed. She is asking for an injunction to keep Missguided from using her photos and $10 million in damages. Now, this actually happened right after Kim Kardashian attended the 5th annual Hollywood Beauty Awards, where she wore this vintage cutout dress from Terry Mugler, who's a French fashion designer. It's from his 1998 archived collections. Now, most recently, Cardi B actually wore Terry Mugler's fashions, from that same collection, his vintage collection. I believe hers was the 1995 archive. Now, this was that I don't know, was that an oyster dress she had on? I don't know. And then she also wore a cat suit, a cape, and some other pieces from his collection during her actual performance. But forget about all that. Let's go back to Columbus and her dress. Not even a full 24 hours went by before Fashion Nova posted a replica of the dress on their website stating, "We got you covered." Now, I've actually seen them do this a few times with a lot of the clothes that either Kim Kardashian wears or Kylie Jenner wears, but I never really put too much thought into it. But you have to ask yourself, how can someone debut a dress one night and the very next day a fast fashion brand is not only able to replicate the dress, but they were able to have pre-made patterns already for the dress and every size, and they already had the fabric, the exact fabric on standby in their factory. It doesn't make sense. And not only that, but they were able to mass produce the dress. It wasn't a made to order type deal. No, it was ready to be sold on the spot. Now, on February 19th, Kim Kardashian West, aka Kim Columbus, put out a series of tweets in which she spoke on her decision to actually file a lawsuit against Fashion Nova. So here it goes. It's devastating to see these fashion companies rip off designs that have taken blood, sweat, and tears of true designers who would have put their all into their original ideas. I've also watched these companies profit off my husband's work for years, and now that it's also affecting designers who have been so generous to me to give me access to their beautiful works, I can no longer sit silent. Only 2 days ago, I was privileged enough to wear a one-of-a-kind vintage Mugler dress, and in less than 24 hours, it was knocked off and thrown up on the site. But it's not for sale. You have to sign up for a wait list because the dress hasn't even been made to sell yet. This is a way to get people to sign up for their mailing list and make people believe there is some kind of relationship between me and this fashion site. There is not. My relationships with designers are very important to me. It's taken me over a decade to build them, and I have a huge amount of respect for the amount of work that they put into bringing their ideas to life. I often plan for weeks, sometimes months, and even a year in advance, and I am grateful for every fashion moment those designers and their dresses have helped me create. So as always, don't believe everything you read and see online. I don't have any relationships with these sites. I'm not leaking my looks to anyone. I don't support what these companies are doing. All right, so that came directly from Columbus Kardashian, and it's all bullshit. I'm gonna go ahead and break it down. So the real question is, are these fast fashion brands like Fashion Nova, Pretty Little Things really able to knock off Columbus Kardashian's look within a 24-hour period? Is Miss Cleo working for them? Do they have a crystal ball that we don't know about? Or is Columbus Kardashian really in secret collaborative deals with these fashion brands? Meaning she'll go to these, high-end designers, okay, these luxury designers, and then she'll get their clothes and then she'll pass them off to these other brands, these fast fashion brands, and strike up like a collaborative deal where she's getting a percentage of the sales every time these brands knock off the look. Oh, it's hella shady, but let's break it down. So there's this bomb little Instagram page called Diet Prada, and they're followed by the likes of like Zach Posen, Dita Von Teese. A lot of notable people are following this page. What they do is they're pretty good at exposing the frauds in the fashion industry and also, exposing a lot of knockoff trends that are taking place. Now, Diet Prada is also responsible for exposing Kim Kardashian sometime last year when a designer sent Kim Kardashian a kid's jacket that they wanted, Saint West to wear. And what did she do? She took the design from that jacket and then she applied it to her own kids line that she and Kanye West were coming out with called the Kid Supply. So I think the majority of us pretty much understand that this is not the first time Columbus Kardashian has gotten caught jacking designs from other people, or especially like indie designers, right? Now, in regards to the situation or the topic at hand, Diet Prada posted on their Instagram page not too long ago, Columbus Kardashian in the vintage cutout dress, but that was on February 18th, 2019. However, if you scroll through the page, on the next page, they have the actual photo shoot date where the dress is actually titled Kim dress. That's what it's titled in the file. Okay. So one of the Fashion Nova Instagram models was, she put this in her stories, and that's where Diet Prada got this from. So it's labeled the Kim dress. And also, if you look very closely at the date, it says 2/14/2019. So Columbus Kardashian just got caught in a big ass lie, because if she debuted the dress on 2/18/2019, then how is it that Fashion Nova was able to not only have a replica of the dress already made, but a fashion shoot was taking place for that dress on February 14th, 2019. Oh, bitch. Did you just get caught? Damn. And not only is it fishy as hell, but you know what major like self-respecting fashion designer is going to want to work with Columbus Kardashian if she's out here, pawning their work, their hard creative work off to these fast fashion brands? I mean, that's a huge deal. Unless, of course, Harry Mugler is getting cut a check as well. I mean, that is a huge possibility, because understand that dress, that cutout dress, it retailed for a lot higher than what Fashion Nova usually puts their dresses out for. I think it was $79.99. So if it's $79.99, somebody is getting a cut of those sales. They're making it higher so that way somebody can get their cut. And I wouldn't be surprised if it was Kim Kardashian, Columbus, in on it along with Terry Mugler. I mean, is this the new wave? Now, as shocking as this whole thing is, I had to give it a little bit more thought, and I had to say, wait a minute, we're talking about Columbus Kardashian here. Okay, this woman is a walking knockoff herself. So, of course, she doesn't have any issues with burning bridges just to make a coin. She, and along with her entire family, are the thirstiest celebrities out here. Let's just be very real about that. So, you know, the idea of her working with these fast fashion brands and, you know, secretly collaborating them so that they can plan these rollouts of these, you know, knockoffs from these high-end designers. I mean, stuff that doesn't even belong to her. This is somebody else's hard creative work. That is not beneath her, okay? Columbus Kardashian girl, you are a lying ass liar, okay? You're sitting up here falsely accusing fashion brands of copying your quote unquote style. And I just don't understand how you're going to publicly bash and down them, you know, act like you're better than them, and then secretly take checks from them on the low. Okay, and you also bragged about how Kanye paid you $1 million to turn down an endorsement deal with one of these fashion brands, these IG fashion brands. So are you playing Kanye too? I mean, these are the questions we have to ask. The absolute hypocrisy of the entire situation. I know she has to be feeling salty right now that Diet Prada busted her clean out for the second time. And make no mistake, nobody's sitting up here trying to take up for people like Fashion Nova and Pretty Little Things. If you want to be honest, you know, I really don't like Fashion Nova that much. I do enjoy some of their clothes, I'm not even going to lie. But the reality is it's come out as of late that they are stealing from a lot of independent Black designers. And I'm going to do a full-on video about that, because they're stealing from these Black designers. And then what they like to do is they put the clothes on these girls who are non-Black or, you know, half-breeds or whatever. And then they'll get like some, you know, non-Black girl with a build-a-body to model and sell their clothes. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and bust them out too in a separate video, but I do want to keep the focus on just Columbus Kardashian right now, because again, this is not the first time she has been caught stealing. Let's just go through it. Now, I'm sure many of you recall the jewelry designer Tanaya Henry came out around September of 2018 and called Kim out for, you know, stealing a lot of the designs from her jewelry line so that Kim could put it in her own jewelry line. That happened. And then even before that, there was a Serbian pop star. Her name was Jelena, or maybe it's pronounced Helena, I'm not sure. But her name is Jelena Carlusa, and she was also accused of copying Kim's style and totally ripping off like all of her looks, right? So she created a lookbook just to make the comparison so everyone could see for themselves. I mean, Columbus Kardashian is an entire stunt queen out here. There are receipts on top of receipts on top of receipts on top of receipts in regards to all the different designs that these women have just stolen over the years for all of their different business ventures. And it's really not fair to the little guy or the actual creator who, you know, taking something out of nothing and making it, you know, something is huge, especially when you are a creative, and to have somebody just come behind you and steal your work, and then not only just steal your work, not give you credit, and then monetize off of it. That is absolutely foul as F. Okay. So I want you guys to comment below and let me know, do you think it's all BS, or do you personally feel like, yes, this lady is definitely collaborating with these fast fashion brands on the low, and she's capitalizing off of work that's not even hers? Or can you appreciate and support the fact that this lady can manage to always find her way to a coin? Either way, I want to hear about it. Let me know. Oh, and another thing, before I bounce up out of here, I stated a little bit earlier, I said, hey, is Jason Lee from Hollywood Unlocked somehow involved with this whole thing? And I'm inclined to believe that he is definitely doing damage control on the part of the Kardashians. He's definitely in bed with them. Let me just tell you something. He posted a post on his Hollywood Unlocked Instagram page, basically saying, Fashion Nova finally responds to the backlash hashtag Kim Kardashian received for allegations that she was working with them to rip off designers. Thoughts? Fashion Nova actually responded to Diet Prada. They said, nice try. At Diet Prada, don't mean to brag, but we found out about at Kim Kardashian in the Mugler dress when the rest of the world did. That's how fast and talented our team is. The 2-14 date is simply the session dated the last time we logged into our photography software. If you look very closely, which we know you did, ooh, the shade, bitch. Wait a minute. They continued to say the photos themselves of the dress are dated 2/18. We were not tipped off. We have no deal with Kim Kardashian and have since issued a public apology for any critical feedback that may have been received. Okay, everybody is on that BS and everybody is lying, because let me tell you something. I went back to Fashion Nova's website and they actually ended up taking that dress down. Not only that, but Jason Lee and all of the Kardashian quote unquote associates seem to really be pushing that story between Tristan Thompson cheating with Jordan Woods. And I've never seen all of them come out and speak up like this before. It just looks hella orchestrated, and I would not be surprised if Jason Lee was in on it, where he was creating a distraction so that Columbus Kardashian can pull a straight Houdini right out of this scandal. I mean, this is kind of a big deal, and I'm looking as it's literally being swept under the rug like it's nothing. Everybody stay woke. All right, so there it is. I want you to be sure to like, share, and subscribe. Help the channel grow, and hit me up in the comment section below. Let me know if you agree or disagree. Either way, I want to hear about it. Catch you next time. Bye-bye.